Hi, I am Parul and you're watching this video by justtutors.com. In this video, we'll be learning about circles, in which we'll cover illustrating and naming parts of this circle. Now, before we proceed and learn about various parts of a circle, let's first work out this question. You can pause this video if you want to try it on your own. So this question says that we have to tick the objects which are circular in shape. So recall how a circle looks like, and this first, which is a wheel, is definitely a circle shape. Then we have the cylindrical pipe, that's not a circle. Then we have a kite, which is again not a circle. Then we have a CD here, which is circular in shape. Then we have this chessboard, that's not at all a circle, it's a square in shape. Then we have a clock here, that's definitely a circle. Then we have a Rubik's cube, that's not a circle. And then we have a cookie here, and that's circular in shape. So if you also have identified all the shapes that are circular, then pat your back, well done. Now let's proceed and learn what exactly circle is. So a circle is the set of all points in a plane that are at a given distance from a given point. So all the points are exactly at same distance from this central point, P in this case. So this P is called as center of circle, and the distance between any of the point on this circle from the center is called radius. So here in this case, PQ is radius. Now let's see what is interior, exterior, and on the circle. So interior is inside. So any point which is inside the circle is called as interior point of the circle. Anything that is outside, any point which is outside the circle is called exterior point of the circle. And point which is on the circumference of the circle is known as point on the circle. So what is circumference? Circumference is, in layman's language, we can say the boundary. So the boundary of circle is the circumference, and any point lying on the boundary of the circle is point on the circle. Now let's see what is diameter, chord, and radius of circle. Radius we have already learned. So chord is a straight line segment whose points and points lie on the circle, or as we say, circumference of the circle. So in this case, PQ is a chord. What about AB? Is that a chord? Because even its endpoints are on the circle. So yes, AB is also a chord, and in fact it is the largest chord or the longest chord because it passes through the center of the circle and is called as diameter. And all the diameters have the same length, which is equal to 2 times the radius. So the radius in a circle is always equal, and diameter in a circle is always equal. And diameter is twice of radius, or we can say that radius is half of diameter. So in this case, AOB is a diameter, OC is a radius, and PQ is a chord. Now let's see what is arc of circle. So any piece of circle between 2 points is called an arc. So it's curved, and the longer one is called major arc, like in this case it's BAC, and the shorter arc is called as minor arc, so BDC in this case. Now let's see what's segment. So region which is bounded by chord and the arc is called segment. If we have major arc and the chord, then it's major segment. If we have minor arc and the chord, that's minor segment. As the name suggests, the major segment is larger than minor segment. Now we have sector. What exactly is sector of circle? So sector is a region in a circle which is bounded by an arc and two radii. So as we know that the radius is always from center to the point on circle. So that means the radii will be joining on the center, and the minor arc corresponds to minor sector and the major arc corresponds to major sector. Okay, so small correction here. In place of arc, it will be sector there. So this picture illustrates minor sector and major sector. So based on these concepts and parts of circles, here are some questions for you to practice. You can try these questions by pausing the video and you can check your answers from here. Pat your back if all the answers are correct. Well done. Thank you for watching this video. For more, please visit justtutors.com.